the people they have got to have to continue their fight. So this is the situation, and the actual problem is that no one can suggest to the government some avenues to find solutions because the government is very corrupt, and it seems like they are using these conflicts to keep their power, and the people, the majority of the people is very worried about the situation. So when I saw what was happening in Ghana with the Fix the Country initiative, I saw it like one opportunity. I saw it first. I congratulated the Ghanaian who started this initiative, because at least this is an opportunity to say we are not happy of what we are seeing in our country. Because at the end, we do not want trouble. At the end, we are not looking after anyone's power or anyone's position. What we are looking for at the end is that our people feel good, our people feel in peace, that democracy is really ruling. So in Ghana, they are doing it very, very well. They are asking for peace, they're asking for justice, for democracy, for good governance, which is normal. And I was thinking of ways to do some kind of this initiative in Cameroon, and actually it can't happen the way it is happening in Ghana. We cannot do any demonstration in Cameroon for now because of the shrinking space, because of the dictatorship that is ongoing. We cannot do such initiative in Cameroon the way it's happening in Ghana. But I thought of engaging some organizations who are looking for the same cause, who are seeing it as we see, who share the same vision, so that together maybe we can use like social media, because social media are very followed in Cameroon. We can start something using the social media to influence the opinion, to let them know that the situation in our country is not good, and that we have a voice. We can say we are not happy of what is happening. But before doing that, we have to check very well on our own security and our own safety. We have to make sure we do not put ourselves at the risk at all. You know, our people who have been engaged in such initiative. So we are still in the process of trying to get safe first before we start any activity in social media, or even sending letters to media to say what is our opinion on the way the country is governed. So we are looking for ways, maybe first to have a training on security of the members of World Beyond War in Cameroon. We discussed already on the possibilities we can do to work with the media to share our points, to give suggestions to the government on the way they can rule, so that people are less angry. And we thought as a first step was good, we try to check first on our safety and security before we engage on any sort of campaigning. So this is where we are, and we'll be looking forward to receiving some more ideas from your side, how you see Cameroon, what you see we can do, what type of support we can bring, so that we try to denounce, because this is actually what we want to do. We want to denounce what is going on in Cameroon, because it's not good. We do not appreciate that there is conflict ongoing since many years and that no solution is happening. We do not see it good that there is corruption everywhere. There is no justice. There are only few people privileged to access the country's riches and some issues like that. So we want to say we are not happy, and we try to look for the better ways to do that. So in the meantime, we are continuing our campaigning we have on social media to work against school in violence in school. We started some campaign to give recommendations to school, to teachers, to head of schools, to parents, because school is starting in Cameroon in 2 weeks. That is on September 6th. As before the school started, we started to campaign to give some recommendations on what we see could be good to observe as recommendations, so that we have peace in our school, that we protect our students, we protect our school milieu. Because I'm a teacher, and I've seen some very violence in school. Violence is going in our community, in particular in our schools, and we have been campaigning to raise awareness on what we should do to keep peace in our school. So what we are doing that already, and still there is no 100% safety in doing that. Because I remember we posted on Facebook an article on how the Ministry of Education manages the school and which ways causes violence in school. And the same week, I received a call from our school responsible, our school principal, who told me that he received a call from the ministry saying that he has among his staff people who are insulting the minister. I did not see it as an insult to the minister. I was wow, they are following us. They know that we can criticize what they are doing. And so you see, this is how we are managing to make our voices heard. And I'm very optimistic that we can contribute to influence the situation. So for now, I will stop here. If there are some questions, maybe I can answer before I try to leave. Thank you.
I think, okay, thank you very much. I think it was that we have an idea about you, your activities, the situation in Cameroon. And maybe we go intensive another day, more inside. Now, otherwise, we discuss too special today on Cameroon, because we want also to hear from the other countries and see what we have in common. So then we go to Algeria, yeah? To Algeria, you can together now present your situation in Algeria, your main points, and you yourself, Scott, now that we know you as activists, very good. You are a strong group now here in our small network. So I don't know who will start from you. Good. Then Fadel.
Yeah. Hello, everyone. My name is Fadel Saadan. I am 60 years old, and I live in Norway. I am with this. I'm an activist in the Hirak movement. Hirak movement is the Algerian peaceful pro-democratic movement who has been going on for 2.5 years now. I prefer that Salah will take over about describing because he is much better to explain. So what I would like to say is that I'm very happy to be here, because what I see is that every problem, what said Guy now from Cameroon, is basically the same situation in Algeria. Same problems, same. So what is important is to unite in the way that the Cameroonian problem, or the Ghanaian problem, or the Tanzanian problem, or any problem have to be our problem. We have to unite all of us for democracy and for a peaceful movement. And it's the union who is going to achieve something, that because we basically have the same we have the same goal. At the same time, we have the same, how to say, oppressor, in a way, the same oppressor. So for me, the most important is to unite, and we have to make a strong union so that we can go further on in our fight. Okay, thank you. I finished.
Thank you very much. So then Salah, you gave you, or Tufik, what do you think?
Yeah, I would say Tufik maybe can really also give an overview about Algeria. I think, yeah, I'd like to hear him.
Yeah, thank you very much, Salah. Hello, Wolfgang. Hello, everyone. So as Fadel just said, basically it's the same situation that most of the African countries are facing, and even what they call third world countries around the world. Totalitarian systems, corrupted gangs took the authority of their countries, not in a illegitimate way, not by democracy. They are accomplice with, unfortunately, European governments and Western governments, and we are nations and people are always paying the price. And probably this is why it's really interesting to check the Ghanaian experience in how they are approaching their problems, because we know we have the same problem. Maybe they will inspire us. Maybe that some ideas we can reuse in our movement called Al-Hirak, which translates literally for movement, the Algerian movement, the Algerian peaceful movement that is going on now, that is ongoing in its third year this year. So yeah, we are looking forward to see the Ghanaian movement, the Ghanaian approach. Hopefully that at the end of this today's Zoom, we will note enough solutions, enough ideas, maybe some tips that will help us in our movement, in our Hirak. So that's roughly what's going on in Algeria. An illegitimate group that took authority from people. They give some, how to say, not a real elections, but some fraud elections that everyone knows it's the fraud, but they still insist on those elections, and they say, oh, look, we are doing some democracy, and everyone, including them, they know that we know that they are lying, but still we are going with the same game. And how to stop an end to this in a peaceful way, it's really challenging, and we must, as just Fadel said, learn from each other and see how other nations did it to themselves. And I think when it comes to African countries, we share so much in common, and that we will learn too much from each other. So thank you very much for today's session, today's Zoom. Looking forward to learn from the Ghanaian experience again. And thank you, Wolfgang, for today's opportunity.
Okay, so Salah.
Yeah, I'll just add a few words, because the two guys, they explained very well the situation, and also gave this analysis for the common problems in these African countries. For me, when I heard this slogan or this fix the country, yeah, I immediately appreciated, and exactly what we need. We need like to find other ways to struggle the problems in our countries. I mean, in Algeria, we chose this way of revolution. We want to change the whole system, but the question if it works or not working is it's really we cannot know yet. But trying to find other ways, maybe to implement in such revolutions, or maybe it's a good idea. That's why I'm really interested, maybe from the Ghanaian people, just to give us a short overview about the political situation, because it's, for me, it's unknown. I don't know if there is a democracy there or not. And then in the end, what you can really learn if it's applicable in such country like Algerian or not. It has a chance to start the same initiative in such country or not, because our political situation, it's exactly like what Gay says. It's the same in Cameroon. So we already have two countries who have the same problems. Now I'm really excited to hear from the Ghanaian friends about their country. Thank you very much.
So what, Emmanuel, will you start? Oh, he's out now.
I'm here.
So you are here, good. Will you
Yeah,
start?
my laptop was disturbing. So you see me with two names, but I'm one person.
Ah.
Okay. First of all, Akoto is also here. He's very conversant with the situation on the ground in Ghana. They've been doing a lot of activities, very, very interesting. The organization is called Sunyani Youth Development Association. He's been very, very active. So I will start my presentation short, and then later on, I would like him to also add few things over the situation, especially what you've just said. What makes Ghana different? And then we move forward. Okay, so I don't have a PowerPoint presentation. I have put together some few points to be able to explain the situation on the ground. So it all started this year, June 4th. No, it's May 4th, May this year, that a group of social media activists came together and started a hashtag, Fix the Country. The main idea why they started that was, in fact, poor governance. And then the second one is economic hardship that the Ghanaians are experiencing. On the May 9th, that is exactly about 5 days after they started this online campaign, they wanted to go to the street and start demonstrating. The police said, no, it is against the law. So it was stopped. So from that May 9th up to August 4th, 3 months, the youth tried to use all means possible to demonstrate on the street of Accra to be able to, unveil their grievances. But it wasn't possible till the 4th of August. In between that 3 month period, there were a lot of agitations. In the Ashanti region, one of the biggest region in the country, a young man was killed in relation to this. He was an activist. Actually, he proclaimed to be part of the Face the Country, people. So he was killed because of his activism, exposing the wrongdoing of local leadership in that particular part of the country. Through this, which happened on the June 29th, the killing of this young man, it led to a lot of agitations. The day that this young man was, he was being buried, 2 people were shot on the streets and killed. So the ruling government, the opposition party was not happy. So they also took to the street and started demonstrating. As we all know, it's easier for an opposition party to demonstrate than a group of people who are non-partisan, who call themselves Fix the Country. So the opposition party took to the street on the 6th of July and demonstrated. And already in this demonstration, you can see some of the placards reading Fix the Country, even though the police didn't allow the Fix the Country to actually do their own demonstration. Finally, on the 4th of August, still in this month, they finally made it to have a very major demonstrations in Accra. Of course, the government were not, or was not, all that happy about all these things. But the problem remains: corruption, poor governance, economic hardship. why Ghana is different. I mean, we've heard about what can we do better in Algeria or in Cameroon, or what can we do to be able to, I mean, also copy the examples of Ghana. I have to say that when you go back, the political system and how it has developed to now, Ghana is quite different from those countries like Algeria. I've been following the political history of that country. The same applies to Cameroon. Since 1992, we call it the Fourth Republic. The coup system, or one party taking charge of the country for a long time, has not been, I mean, happening in Ghana. There has been constant change of power. Therefore, if there's such a demonstration, the government in power is very careful, because they know that 4 years is just around the corner, or 2 years or 3 years is just around the corner. They may be punished very severely. What they do is they try to find some ways. Sometimes they tell, I mean, through the police, they prevent the people of going to the streets by using the law. But if it comes to the fact, to the situation where they have nothing to do, to go and shoot people in an indiscriminated way, it doesn't happen that way. Even though I have to say that in some cases, people are killed. This year it happened, 2 people were killed. So in fact, in general, when you compare it to other countries, Ghana was compared to France. That was as far back in 2016. The press system is more open than France in Ghana. Like, I mean, you can go to a radio and express yourself freely. So this is the political atmosphere in Ghana. I mean, the freedom to be able to, relatively compared to other countries, Ghana is, I mean, far ahead, I mean, at this particular moment. So that is what makes it different compared to other countries. So, yeah, those are the things. So as we know, after the 4th of August, the demonstration spread to other countries. Even here in Germany, we had a demonstration in this month, August, in many parts of the world. I have to say that the youth in Ghana, I mean, they've had enough, because it is a democratic system in a way that every 4 years you can go and exercise your freedom in terms of voting. People have come to realize that since 1992, 29 years now, it has been 2 parties. One comes and promise a lot and they don't deliver, and the other party comes and they do the same. So because they have the opportunity, as I said earlier, to be able to change the ruling government, the government in power is relatively cautious about how they go against the population, which is what I can say is that, which is what is very good compared to other countries. Before I come to an end, I want to place this discussion in a theoretical, I mean, realm. There is a political activist, especially talking about how the global politics can work to, this particular person is called Waldan Bello. He's actually originally from the Philippines. He came up with a theory, or let's say it is a form of a paradigm to be able to explain why we need to be active. He is talking about activism is very important, because through activism, we can expose the truth, and through that, we can make the truth complete. He gave an example of Seattle, that's 1999. Those of you who know this history about the World Trade Organization, 1999, I mean, before 1999, the paradigm was that globalization was good, was excellent, and I mean, everybody is going to benefit. Well, and Thomas Friedman actually talked about flat world in a way that globalization is going to help everybody, irrespective of poor or rich. The argument was that before 1999 was that prosperity is for everybody through globalization, and global economic growth is going to trickle down to even the poorest. So the media took this without looking at the bigger picture. Without the Seattle demonstration, that's in Washington, 1999, global activists came together to form a force to be able to demonstrate against the World Trade Organization, and it worked. A year after that, the WTO had a problem. It led to the collapse of the third ministerial section of, I mean, aspect of the WTO. What Bello wanted to say with this example was that, I quote what he said, "Truth is just there. It is made real by action." He was actually saying that, he also gave an example of Galileo, that the world, as we know, or some of you might know, the argument actually initially was that our world is flat. And for that matter, Galileo took a step to research into it, to discover that we don't actually live in a flat world. Our world is round or sphere. So Bello used this argument also to underline that without individuals going actively to find the truth or to work to change the system, nothing will change. So this is what our activism is about. The truth is there, but without activism to expose it, to make things work, the media, the political, I mean, leadership, and so on, will continue to argue that everything is fine. And that is what we are seeing today in Ghana. Every time the political leadership come to radio or television, their argument is everything is fine. Why are you complaining? What happened after the Seattle demonstrations in 1999 in Washington was that the media changed their story. The same media which was saying that globalization is good, everything is fine, nice, they came with a new, I mean, slogan, the dark side of globalization, to be able to expose what was not good on the issue of globalization. So before I come to an end, in course of the presentation, we heard about the need for global networking. Also, Sadan, you also talk about the union, the ability or the necessity to come together, to be able to form a powerful force to change the status quo. It is very important. This, we saw it in Seattle. Global activists coming together to be able to put pressure on the leadership. It went on to change something in the global economic system, even though we have a lot to do. So what I want to say in general is that nothing changes unless action is made or it's taken. And this has been always like that. And today it is not different. And this is more important for us to be able to make sure that we come together to be able to do something to alter the status quo. Thank you very much.
So thank you very much, Emmanuel. So Akoto, will you or another one person from Ghana, you will contribute?
Akoto, do you want to say something short?
Okay, shortly.
Okay.
Yeah, I think that the has actually given much details about what is happening in the country, except to add that also in Ghana, mostly the idea that regarding such campaigns are excellent. You may have some few issues, but then here our systems work so well, such that when they face the country, advocates started their campaign and wanted to hit the streets, they were prevented. But then the issue was also being taken care of at the court because they went to the court to seek redress. And so it was later that the court ruled that indeed they could go out to campaign or to do the demonstration, which paved way for that one to be done. So the legal system, when it works, also support such agenda globally to be able to also make a huge impact. Another thing that is also happening is that here in Ghana, as soon as any kind of campaign emerges in the form of demonstration, then the ruling government perceived that you would find some element of the opposition masterminding. And so I believe, I remember vividly.
Hello? Hello?
We don't hear you.
Are you here?
Your voice is not heard.
Akoto, are you here? Hello? Akoto, hello?
I think he is here, but the internet connection is not that good. I can tell he is talking, but we are not receiving anything.
Okay, I think, Akoto, if you hear me, please go out and join again. Probably it might be better. Before probably somebody might come in, he mentioned 2 points, which is very important in Ghana. The first one has to do with the courts. I actually mentioned it in a way that it took about 3 months for them to get to hit the street. What they were doing in that period, part of it was that they went to court to argue that we have the right to demonstrate, and the court has no right to stop them. That kind of freedom is lacking in many African countries, where the country is for one man that decide, or one family that decide whether you go to the street or not. If you misbehave, you might be killed. So Ghana, in a way, this is one of the advantages that the courts, to some extent, sometimes have no power to be able to stop the masses going on demonstration. The other thing that Akoto just said is the issue of whenever such demonstrations are happening, one party, especially the ruling government, just, direct everything to the opposition party, that all that is happening is a opposition party which is doing that. Even though the majority of the people are non-partisan, they actually want change. So it is, I also know that in many African countries, that is the case. If the people genuinely come out to say that this is the problem we are facing, immediately they point fingers to the opposition party to justify their action against them. So this is a problem that we have in Ghana also. Wolfgang, is Akoto here?
Yeah, the network trip. That's
Okay.
one of the things we have to see in Ghana.
Okay.
Okay, please.
We could not hear you.
Yeah, this is one of the things we need to fix.
Conclude.
Yeah, it's true.
Finally, I think that the nervousness of the ruling government, the ruling government is, stemming from the fact that, like you rightly put it in your submission, it has been two-party interchanging government for the past 29 years. And so now the NPP, the ruling government, is campaigning such that they want to break the 8-year cycle because they have had 888 until the former president John Mahama, who had only one term. So they want to now go beyond the 2 terms of 4 years, making it 8. So they have introduced break the 8 or break the 8 chain. And so that is also giving them some kind of fear, not to entertain anything that would want to make them, as it were, unpopular. But I think that because of the huge activism in the system, they are forced to calm down, particularly taking in consideration the death of Kaka, the advocate that you talked about who died. The government realized that it could fuel some other issues if he wouldn't calm down. And then lastly, what really, to my opinion, triggered this whole demonstration, the country demonstration, also stem from the huge discovery of some alleged corrupt practices in the face of the very pandemic that we face, COVID-19, because this particular government really had most Ghanaians supporting the government, and they were really in favor of the government because of the kind of arrangement that the government put in during the seriousness of when the pandemic was so serious. But then we also realized that some discoveries came that we saw that the government was also, some functionaries of the government were milking the system, such that even as we speak, some people are even calling on the head of the health minister to resign, because it was realized that $9 were added to the vaccine that was brought in. And looking at vaccines that come in their numbers in terms of hundreds of thousands, and you are adding $9 per one, it was huge. And so when Ghanaians saw that the government that we are trying to sympathize with is rather taking advantage of the COVID-19 to enrich itself and the members, then this whole thing, blew up like a balloon that has been burst. And so this also, to me, contributed in setting this whole agenda of fixing the country. And so this is my little submission that I also want to add up. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Akoto. Your input were very, very helpful. Wolfgang,
But one note is only that you in South Africa also with the pandemic now, they said there's a lot of corruption in the health system, and the one lady who discovered it, they killed her. Now, even in South Africa, yeah, they shot her down yesterday or before yesterday. So if you really bring the corruption of special persons to the light, these persons might, is maybe not the whole system, but these persons try really to finish you. Now, this is really, so we have to be in these points, you have to be very careful how you bring the things to light. That is not too much risk, but we see. Okay, I don't know if Jack, do you want to say something? Jack, yeah, hello. Jack, you can speak. Jack.
Hello. Jack, can you hear us? Let me see. Probably his microphone is not working.
That might be. Also, Jack, your microphone is not working. We don't hear you. Jack is in Germany. He's from Ghana, and is part of the music group where when we go for anti-racistic activities to schools. No, so he's a drummer of the group. Yeah? So, but it seems, yeah, I think now we have introduced ourselves, and I think it's not a bad start. Yeah, now the idea we have is, for example, that when we meet again, we take a topic, either a country to go more in details and then speak about it and bring our questions, or a general topic, like what is affecting us all. I heard even now from Salah, is a climate destruction. Now, it is horrible what's going on now in many parts of the world, and all what the scientists have said is coming now, and it comes quicker and worse. Even they bring it seems the worst scenario might come and affect us. And I think, especially you in the global south, without a change in the global north, you have no chance, because you don't bring the gases. Yeah, only very small part. For in Ghana, they have not up to 1 ton of the CO2 in the year. And we, Germany, have more than 9 tons. So we, in fact, the rich countries, we are destroying the world. So, and therefore we need a cooperation also in this point between the people in the global south and the global north. More and more people, I think you have heard from Fridays for Future, even in the north, they understand now even their future is in danger. This can be could be one common important topic we can speak in future about, and how we bring things forward, because I see it's really it could be a huge problem for us all, even for the survival of mankind. We can say, you see now the fires in the forests, what Algeria had, now it's in US, horribly. So, and in many other parts, over flooding. Now, I don't know what's the last minutes, but there's now really a big tornado or orkan coming on New Orleans again. What's going on there? So this, we need a radical change also in the environment policies. And it is sure the poorest will suffer most. And so this could be one of our topics. The other topic which affects us all, yeah, okay, Emmanuel.
Wolfgang, Matthew was also here.
Good.
He can also give a bit of overview. He's in Ghana and originally from Liberia. He can also give a bit of overview of what he's witnessed. He's in Accra himself. He's been very active for many years.
But it can also be about Liberia, no? How you both, no? Okay, thank you, Emmanuel.
Matthew.
Matthew.
You are muted. Your microphone.
Okay.
Yeah.
Can you hear me now?
Now we hear you. Hello, good evening.
Okay. Yes, good evening. Sorry that I'm late for this meeting. Having some technical problem, network problem here. So it has cost me a lot, miss almost 45 minutes of this meeting. Yes, facing country demand was massive in Accra. It's all about the frustration of many citizens of Ghana, especially the youth, those who have finished with university, 3-4 years, they don't have a job, and business is not going fine with so many people. Though the government is trying to do its best to see how they can solve the problem, but the problem seems to be bigger than what the government trying to solve, and people are very eager and hungry to work. So on the 4th, I think that was on the 4th, the demonstration, August, yeah. The demonstration was massive. The street was packed with doctors, lawyers, teachers, people from all walks of life, market women, and etc., students. So that sent us a clear signal to the leaders of not only Ghana, but Africa, that they need to do more than what they are doing now to provide opportunities for the youth and for business people, for everybody to sustain their lives and be self-reliant. What people are looking for is not that all of them want to be rich, but at least they want to live a better life, have a sleeping place, be able to have maybe 2 or 3 meals a day, and what have you. And then, of course, generally the prices of goods and services keep on going up. But then again, the leader of Africa will say, because of the COVID-19 is worldwide, it's a global issue, and so on. So I observe it as the frustration of the citizen, of the youth, and everybody, and the one for government to speak out to do something about what is going on, because they are impatient, they want to work, they want to live a better life, and including every one of us that live in the country. So we are just waiting patiently what government can put in place, and then help everybody to be able to do something better for with their lives and so on. I need to have a job, if not a permanent job, to have a job to sustain you and your family, and for your children to go to school, etc. So I think this fix a country is not only for Ghana. It's for Africa, it's for Liberia, it's for Nigeria, it's for Ivory Coast, it's for the entire continent, because our leader need to set up and do things better for us, or else we don't know what's going to happen. And you can see that Assad group, they are in Mali, they are in Niger and Burkina Faso, and people who are joining this group are the youth who don't have employment, or who don't have employable skill, who don't have nothing doing. And if they are being approached by these radical groups and so on, they are willing to take an arm and destroy lives and property. So it's a signal to our leadership in Africa, and so that they can be able to set up and then do something better for the youth, especially for the youth, because the youth is the future leader of the nation. So we are looking up to them to see whether the demonstration was a lesson to them to wake up and then be able to do something for the citizens of the nation. That is Ghana, because it's a peaceful place. Everybody loves to live in a peaceful environment. If you are hungry and you wake up and you are able to go on the street to look for food, that is better than you are hungry, you wake up, you cannot go on the street to look for food, because armed men are there to, killing people. So we don't pray for that. We don't want for Ghana to experience that, So we are talking to our leaders at least to do something to minimize, if they cannot solve the problem entirely, to minimize the problem, so that at least the youth can have something to do, provide skill for them, provide something for them to do. If that's vocational training, provide some vocational center so they can go there and learn carpentry, masonry, and you name them. So after they have studied and they have trained, they'll be able to work for themselves and earn a living. Yes. So that is the situation. It's not only for Ghana, but for my country, Liberia, for Africa as a whole. Thank you.
Thank you, Matthew. The issue of fix the country, I think it's a very good, very straightforward slogan. You can also use it as fix the world, or fix Algeria, or fix Liberia.
Yes.
And it's very, very attractive, I think, also, as Wolfgang was saying it last time. Okay, or fix climate change, for example.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Fix the next topic I want to tell you again. We have really a global problem. We might get and mankind ending war, because the Americans are permanently provoking China, because China will pass economically if they have not passed already, the US. And the US doesn't want to go out of dominating the world. So it is very, very riskful. They are make now big maneuvers before the China coasts. And it's very clear, they said, we don't want another country will come up to us. And they try to develop alliances worldwide. So, and we have to go forward what the United Nations said. We need a world with equal countries, with equal rights. That's one is dominating. But to come to this multipolar world, we need a citizen movement who don't want that we spend our money now for weapons and wars. What they are doing is a big challenge for us all. With the atomic weapons, if they really come to war, we are finished worldwide. So this should be clear. And also, I think $2 billion every year they put in their weapons and their armies. With this money, you can bring basic needs you can fulfill in the whole world. And it is going up and up and up. And most time with credits, where generations have to pay back for these wars and for these weapons. So on this way, we have also to unite us globally. We need our money for life and not for their rubbish military and wars. And this is a common task we have to do all. Naturally also that it will not escalate. So there we are challenged, all of us. So this can be topics. On one hand, we can learn from the different situations in our countries, and there we call it fix the countries. We are not fix the countries, only the countries, our network here. So people who want to learn from each other, how we organize our countries in a proper way. There we learn here and make our networking and try to exchange ideas, new opinions, and try to get to invite people who really have to say something, where we can learn a lot, and we all can look for people either for our countries or for global problems. And then we exchange. We in the rich world, we have to struggle for fair relationships to the south. This is our problem here. You know, we are living here on your costs. Yeah, we get cheap material, cheap minerals, and everything, cheap cacao and cheap coffee. And we are polluting the world, all of the costs of the global south. But it is, I think, clear for you, it is not easy to win here the people that they should go against their short-time interests. Yeah, shortly they say, bit, and I have to pay more for the cacao, for the coffee, and so on. That they get an understanding for our long-time future without justice. And people all over the world that they have their chances, there will be no peace. It will get more and more chaotic. And this sense, we have to educate to try to win our people to go in this direction. So we have here now Hamid from the US. Please, Short, maybe you can come in and introduce Short yourself.
I am typing some stuff quickly so you can have it. You can go to the chat and see what I did. Hi, everyone. Hi, everybody. Yes, this is Hamid. I am an Algerian activist in USA. So I am a Iraq activist. But today I'm wearing another hat. Why? Because my friends that are here with us, Salah and Fadel, we are all Iraq activists, but also we have talked over and over about the strategy or the way to go to make Iraq better known, to make Iraq more efficient. And probably like many other guests in this forum, back home, when you try to activate in social movement and human rights and so forth, they all accuse you of being traitors, working for outsiders, whatever you do. Come and do it at home. You are overseas, you work for foreigners, you work for other forces. But Salah and Fadel, we decided actually the best way to go for, and please, both of you correct me if I'm wrong, the best way to go forward is the internationalization our movement.
Are you on?
Global.
Yeah, I'm on the
It has
internet.
to be known.
I just want to know if you are on.
It has to be.
Matthew,
Yes, you take your.
I want to know whether your internet has been connected. Yeah. Oh, okay.
Good.
okay. Matthew, can you mute yourself?
Mute
Come
yourself.
again?
Mute yourself, please.
Otherwise, we don't hear. As long you don't speak, no?
Your audio, put it off.
Oh. Okay.
Good, Short. Then you can come in. Hamid, please repeat.
Yeah, so my friends and I, we have been talking over and over about the globalization of our movement. Iraq should not stay only Iraq, Algeria, between Algerians. If the regime in Algeria is talking to outsiders, is talking to other countries, justifying their actions, having diplomatic relationships, why not us? Why not we the people of Algeria, we should be talking without any complex, without any fear, without any, how do you say that, without any fearing any bad reactions from Algerians or from the government. And who cares about the government? Our existence is to fight against the system. Long story short, here in DC, we started a nonprofit international organization. We have our agreement from the government of Washington, DC. It has been signed by the mayor of Washington, DC, an elected official. We have our taxes and all that kind of stuff that you need to do. And we have launched our website yesterday in the morning. So if you go to www.ri-se.org, I wrote it in the chat. We started our website, still a lot of work to do, but we need it, and I will explain why. So for now, it's in English, but in the near future, it will be in Arabic, French, Spanish, Chinese, and of course, English, 5 languages. Why? What is RISE? Reaching independence through social engagement will be an umbrella for any movement in the world. So if you have the website open, go to movement top right and click it, and you will see a map, word map. And for now, I put only avatars for Iraq, in Germany, in Norway, in France, in the United States, Algeria, Spain, and I would add any other movement that is interested to collaborate with us. So what we do, we offer an umbrella, whether on a virtual platform or real platform. So what we do, for instance, I will give you quickly an example. September 23rd, so in 3 weeks, we are organizing our first international conference here in, not in DC, but in New York. So we have been working with the university in New York, and the topic is lessons learned from nonviolent movements on how to counter human rights violations and anti-democratic black clashes. So this is the theme for our conference. It will be co-hosted by RISE and US University here in New York. And it will coincide with the 76th UN General Assembly. And we have 4 guest speakers, a former US ambassador, retired, 2 professors in international relations, and 2 activists that will tell us their stories, storytelling presentation. One, an Algerian activist, a young lady who actually has 2 of her cousins right now jailed in Algeria because they are Iraq activists. And the other one, she is an activist from Kurdistan. And the RISE is open to Africans, to Middle Easterns, to whoever is fighting for human rights and freedom all over the world. However, our philosophy, and you will read it in our website, is that you must be a non-violent movement. If you are not violent movement, don't even try to reach out to us. It has to be, this is condition number 1, non-violent movement. And what we offer, since we are officially registered and we have our 501c3 agreement, and we have all the resources, not money-wise, this is something else, to help others. So if you come, and we will vet you, we will screen your organization, or even if you are an individual, and therefore, if we find out that you are good to go, we will negotiate an MOU, a memorandum of understanding. It will be kind of a moral contract between us, and we will give you that umbrella. So if you want to reach out to International Amnesty International, or UN, whatever. You can use us because we are formally recognized, and we can use what we call the EIN number, which is our registration number. And this is in the system within the US and with international organizations. And when you're talking to them, you're talking to them as an official representative. It means you will be under the RISE name, but your name will be there. But at least when they check you out, they will check out our organization, and they know that we are serious, we are credible, we work, we have activities, and we organize a lot of things. The second event will be on 25th of September, and we have a demonstration. We have a permit again, because we're official, we got a permit. Permit not because they will authorize us. We are authorized without permit. It's just for them to know who we are, and they will provide security, and they will provide actually a perimeter for us. We will have Iraq flags, but we can have Iraq of whatever other movements who wants to come and join us. So we will be standing at the UN Plaza on 25th in front of that big building on the United States building in New York. So this is the number 2 event. And the number 3 is October the 2nd. We are organizing a 5K run/walk around DC area. And again, all of this will be broadcasted in our Facebook and YouTube, and it will be streaming live. And all of this is in English, of course. Voilà. Merci, shukran. Any questions? Because one more thing, I am in the middle of moving my office, and also I am finishing my agenda and the flyer, so I can validate them with the university. It's St. John's University in New York. You can Google them, and soon on their website and on our website, you will see both the flyers and the agenda with our guest speakers, with their bios. It would be fun and interesting. And I will be the moderator. So I will facilitate the presentation, but I will have 2 interns. They are grad students who will deal with YouTube and Facebook stuff. So if you want, please share, and people can participate live, ask questions and make comments. So these 2 grad students, they will take those comments from you, from other audience. We will have an audience. It's on site, by the way. It will be an on-site event. Here in the US, events are open to public. The capacity will be limited. Only those who are vaccinated will be allowed to get in with masks, of course. And we will have the tests. It is a requirement in New York. They are tough on this one. But anyways, so it will be on site, but people can participate virtually. You, your friends, your acquaintances, they can send us questions, and the 2 grad students from the university will pass on the questions, so I can, if we have time, we can also propose your questions. The event will be on the 23rd from 2 to 4 p.m. local time. So you do your math. Right now it's 2:22 here, so it will be 2 p.m. Eastern time. And after that, we will have a reception. Sorry for you, you cannot make it, but you can still, maybe we'll continue to stream it live, and we can cheer for you. Thank you. Any questions?
Yes, I have a question, please.
Go ahead. Emmanuel,
yes.
Nice meeting you.
My name is Matthew.
Matthew is talking. Okay, yes.
Yeah, I don't know whether I got you clear on who should be part of your organization. Were you saying that you are not a non-violent organization? You are not allowed to join or to associate with your organization? Is that what you said?
Yes, if you are not a peaceful group, if you're not a peaceful group, if you are a violent group and you're not peaceful, no, we cannot work together. Actually, you're not using the right word, and thank you for the clarification. You're not joining RISE. You're not joining RISE. What you are doing, we will be collaborating, working together on specific issues. In the end of the day, you are on your own. You are your own organizations. We are not in charge. However, as long as we agree on the common cause, how to work it out, we will work under the umbrella of RISE, because RISE is an international organization. But if you have some projects and you don't need us, or you think you can do it by yourself, good for you, because we're not signing an indefinite contract. Hey, Matthew's organization now is under RISE, and now RISE is in charge. This is not how it will work. It's like if you want to compare it to a political system, it's not even a federation, it will be a confederation. So anytime you want to leave, you leave. But as long as you want to stay under the RISE umbrella, you have to obey to those criteria that will be agreed upon and signed off on the Memorandum of Understanding. And the Memorandum of Understanding is a contract between you and RISE to clarify everything. And we will have a template, and we will send you the template, and you can discuss it. We can add things, we can correct things, but in the end of the day, we will collaborate on specific things. And the day you want to do something different, if you propose, for instance, let's say you propose something and we agree, okay, we're good, we work, and later on, Matthew, you come back and say, hey, by the way, I'm also thinking to do so and so. If it doesn't work with us, if we see that this is something that doesn't obey our philosophy, we'll tell you, Matthew, sorry, we're not with you on this one. Is it clear?
Yes, thank you.
Thank you.
Hamid,
Yes, Emmanuel.
Yeah, I have a short question there. I heard you were talking about you've registered officially. What about the danger of, I mean, I don't know how you finance yourself. What's the history of organizations registering officially, attaching themselves to the leadership, and then the end leads to we don't have finances, and say, okay, take it and keep quiet.
No. Good question. Good question.
Has been always there.
Thank you, Emmanuel. Good question and very legitimate, because this kind of question or questions I'm expecting from the Dubab. In Algeria, we call it Dubab because we are activists online, and we receive all those comments and sometimes insults and threats from the Intel, the Algerian Intel services. And I'm sure they will ask this kind of questions. So far, all the finances are from the founding members. We are 3 people, 2 Algerians and 1 American lady. She's American. She has no other background. So we finance with our things, because so far we didn't need a lot of money. It's just paying a couple dollars here and there to pay for an application, to pay for websites, to pay subscribe for a software for our internal management and so forth. Okay, so for the donations, people, they can donate, and it's a 501c3, and it has been approved, but I have to link the account to the website, which I haven't done yet. And when people give money, you can give money under different ways. You can be a foundation, and a foundation, they have their requirements. They say, we give you this money, but you do it for this so and so. If same thing, if we don't like this foundation's philosophy, or for why they give us money and what for, we don't take it. We're not starving, and we want to work on quality. This is number one. If you are an individual donor, it's the same thing, and you have a right to tell us, hey, my name is Emmanuel, I'm working for Ghana, this is my stuff, I want you to help me on Ghana. Okay, your money will be set aside, and we will figure out projects for Ghana. Do you have specific projects? Do you have people working on Ghana so we can contact them, and so forth? We are recognized because we are United States. You may criticize the United States for many things, and I agree with you. We may talk as one fried or one fried. What's your name? I'm sorry. How do you read it?
Manfred? No, this is not my name. This is a town where our peace factory is.
Okay, so what's your name, please?
My name is Wolfgang. It's difficult to speak for you, Wolfgang.
Wolfgang. So Wolfgang, he was talking about the U.S. hegemony. I agree with him totally. I've been here for almost 16 years, but believe it or not, United States is also one of the greatest democracies in the world.
It's true.
We cannot deny this. We cannot deny this. You can challenge the President of the United States as an individual. You can do a lot of things. Now, what the United States does, it's the country. What NGOs and all organizations in the US do, it's something different. There are those who are supported by USAID. There are some programs supported by US government, but nonprofit, when you're nonprofit and you validate your organization here in the US, it doesn't mean that you obey to US government policies. No, it means you obey to law. One of the laws, I am not supporting a terrorist organization. I can't, I'm sorry. I don't like to do it. And even if I wanted to do it, I can't, because I have that official agreement. You cannot send me money if your money is dirty. I cannot take cash. So this is what makes our organization legal. It's legal in the United States. And when we are called to work overseas under certain conditions, we will also have that cover or legal protection from the United States, because we will be a recognized organization. That's why I said right away it's a recognized, and we are in the national database. The name, I don't know if they had time to put our name, because we are very, very new, just few weeks. And this registration will give us that legality. So we're not, and we can, and by the way, for this conference, we have some VIP people coming, and this will give us more credibility. And guess what? They checked who we are. If I have not prepared this NGO and proposed to do conference just like that, say, who the heck are you?
Yeah, Hamid, I think you show that in diaspora, you can use the democratic rights. We have, even in Germany, we have the same. We can use it for our people in the global south who don't have these rights, and support them and make them strong. And we have also a lot of science here, scientists, yeah, which even have time and money to study problems. So we can try to support people in the global south with it, give it and make them stronger. And actually behind many problems, many dictators is the US. Inside you have democratic rights, but they don't support democracy in the world. They support the rich, the dictators who are collaborating with them in the whole world. The most brutal states are supported from the US. So, but on the other hand, you are 100% right. Inside the country, even in Germany, yeah, we have a lot of democratic space. And with internet today, we can use it really for the globe and for our people in the South. Therefore, I think you make a very important work there. And we have to get majorities in US against these policies. We need majorities for democratic foreign policies in the US.
And this is and to add on your ideas is that I have talked to some Americans, officials and non-officials. You know what they all say? Stop crying and do the job. You want to talk to me? Start working, organize yourself. I cannot talk to you. I am a congressman. I don't care about you. If you have an issue with your state where you live because you voted for me, okay. You want me to talk on a specific issues at international level? You are nobody. You are no one. I don't know you. Organize yourselves, put yourselves together and make the paperwork, and then we can talk.
This is a good part in the American culture, yeah, that they take the things, find solutions, not only complain. There we can learn from this part. No?
Yeah. So this is what we have started to do. And more and more Algerians are joining these ideas. In the beginning, they were fighting it because they say, yeah, if you are recognized by Americans, it means you're working for America. Come on, guys. Come on.
Many don't
So we're
understand
not going anywhere.
this conflict in our countries.
We're not going anywhere.
It's true. So Salah.
Yeah, actually, I want to make some comments. So add what Hamid said about rice. So rice, as I understood, is the first ONG in the global South existing. So it's the first one in the African. If correctly, Hamid correct me if it's wrong. And this shows that the Africa or the diaspora, it's always still in dynamic. So the potential, it's transforming now to the organizing way, and exactly this what we have to follow. So we know that we have to start from scratch. We don't have anything, so it's now the time really to take the thing in ourselves, in our hands. And one thing to do is exactly to organize yourself in such organization like a RAISE. And I want just to really to connect RAISE as a human right organization or defending human rights everywhere, and such initiative like Fix the Country in Ghana. Our friends from Ghana really said, maybe you miss it, Hamid, but they explain how this initiative started. Young people want to change something in the country. And then they mentioned really one thing, which is the court, the justice. So this is the problem in our countries. Even maybe in Ghana, the democracy is a little bit better than in Algeria or in Cameroon, but they have this lack of this important thing, which is you have to have free justice in these countries. And RAISE can really defend people from Ghana if they claiming or they doing such initiative without a fear, because you are protected. So if you are in RAISE, you are protected. So this is, I want just to bring this, to connect these things which they can benefit from each other. And such idea like Fix the Country, you can extend it in everywhere in countries. And then we all explained before that our countries, they suffer from the same problems. So it means the idea is there. We have to fix our countries, but how to do this? And then one just comment to the Ghana, our friends from Ghana. You say that you push the or you put pressure on the leaders, and I think this is it doesn't help. There is a proverb who says you cannot get blood out of the stones. So these people, they don't hand. I mean, you can push them or you can push, put the pressure, but they cannot change. It's like of education, a lot of things. So I think it's not like put people in the corner, say you have to fix this country, but you have also to do yourself to contribute yourself to bring new ideas, new projects. And why not, like this youth movement in Ghana, they can also to transform to the political party, and they can also like present them for the election, and then they can go also to govern the country. Why not? So this is what the thing. Maybe I don't know if they already thought about this. Yeah, and then finally, just to finish, I find it's very, very important to really to have this such a meeting time to time. Even maybe time it's not enough, but really we motivate ourselves because we all are activists, and then we want to reach some yeah, things which we can help our country. So I think this is motivate each other, and I hope that we keeping doing this. And as Wolfgang already said, that next time maybe we choose one item, and then we can discuss it maybe deeply. Okay, thank you very much.
So Hamid, no,
Yes.
and you can explain your. We have now already too much time. We want to stop it. So
Okay.
Next time.
I thought you started. Okay. No worries. I wanted just to quickly show everybody about the website.
Then show quickly, short, and then we can maybe make it to a topic in the next meeting.
Okay, so just give me the right to share.
Warte how we can give you, Emmanuel, how we give him the right to share?
I have to move to the other computer.
So, Teilnehmer, I can make him to a co-host, no?
Yeah, you have to make him a co-host. You can give yours to him.
Yeah. So, now you are co-host. Now I think you can do it.
Okay, you can do it.
Okay. Okay, so this is the website. It's not complete. We still need like the donate. It's not working right now. This is who we are. This will make how many volunteers worldwide. So this will be populated. These will be active and all that stuff. So this is what we provide. We do advocating for human rights. We do peaceful protest, education and training, mediation and facilitation. So when you come under our umbrella, we will provide this for you. And hopefully we can get funding. I have already provided some of the services because myself, I teach and I do facilitations, and I'm also a certified mediator at the Virginia court. So I do all of this, but I also have other professors and other colleagues who are thinking to do this. Quickly, I will show you this. This is where it is interesting. So we have this map, and this is a word map. And as you see, for now, I have only Iraq because this is where I am active. But how do I show the rest? Yes. So if you are in Ghana, I can do this, and you tell me that you want to work with us, and we will pick a color for you, and we will put you somewhere here, and you will be in Ghana. If you are from Nigeria, we do the same thing. So, and you will send us a document and tell us exactly what you do, who you are, and each time you have an event, you can send us this, and our webmaster will put this in your agenda, so you can promote all your activities. Like say, if you have a demonstration, if you have a conference, if you have a celebration, whatever you have, you tell us about it, and we will put it in your page, because each one will have his own page. Voila, this is what I wanted to show you. And for now, you see Iraq, but RISE is not about Iraq. The next movement, I'm talking with people from Hong Kong. So we will have Hong Kong here. We will have also the movement of Kurdistan, because one of the speakers on September 23rd, she is an activist for Kurdistan. So we will populate this. It's a very dynamic website, so it will be changing, moving, and something. So where do I? So this is it.
Okay. So now you.
And of course, you will see things are missing, and we will put all the languages here. We will add Arabic, French, Spanish, and Chinese.
Okay.
Voila.
So now,
thank you.
Before we round up, which written we want to we make our next meeting in 2 or in 4 weeks. How do you see it? And is Sunday evening a good time at this time where we did it today? Who want to say something? Also, I would propose we make Sunday 7 o'clock our time, and the next in 2 weeks, and then you all think about, or we make it in 4 weeks. What do you? How do you see it?
I think 4 weeks is better, probably. People to prepare.
Oh, Matthew.
Are you saying 4 weeks or 2 weeks?
Yeah, this
I
is.
said 4.
Emmanuel said 4. I said 2. So we have to decide.
So I would take 3 weeks. I would take 3 weeks. Sunday 3 weeks, and then yes, and then before the 3 weeks or that Sunday, we should know the agenda we'll be discussing on Sunday on that day.
Okay.
Can I propose something? Since we have a moderator here, I would propose the average 3 weeks, but also see if you have any important topics that you want to talk, like what you have achieved or what you want to propose. So we build an agenda. If the agenda is, and you cannot have an agenda with more than 2, maximum 3 points. And if you already have 4 or 5 points, it means you need to have a meeting. If the agenda has no points, it means we don't need to meet. I think makes sense. Voilà. Thank you.
Yeah. For the next meeting, yeah, what I could propose as our common goals. I don't know if you read already the UN Charter and the Universal Declaration of Human Rights. I think these implementing it, it's still now more or less on the paper. It is written, this was the idea of the United Nations, we organize the world without fear and need for everyone worldwide. This was the idea behind it. And I think there were very good aims, but naturally they did not practice it. They had to accept, and I know from the history why at this moment they had to accept it, but in fact, they continued their imperial policies. The European states, they opposed, yeah, when in Vietnam, the Ho Chi Minh, the minister, said our independence declarations, and they bombed him. So, and he even took the UN Charter. He said, please, we have now the right for our own development. They have bombed him, the French, and later the Americans fought him. But I think the ideas, I could present them. I can send you a proposal before, and then that we take it as our common goals, what they say. We want that it is practiced. There is written, everyone has the right to work. Everyone has a right for food security. Everyone has a right for healthcare. What they don't tell us in the West is that there are social basic rights for every human being, and the countries have committed themselves that they cooperate worldwide, that everyone get it as a base of peace. If people that they have learned from the development before the Nazi time in Germany, in the economic crisis, many people had no hope and no perspective. Then they went to the radicals, how we see it now in many countries, and give extremists their bottom. So they understood we have to cooperate worldwide, that everyone had his social or her social perspective, and then we have the chance for peace. I think I could thank you links for this, and this could be one topic of next time as a proposal for our networking. I think what we have heard from Fix a Country in Ghana, this is other topics also what they want. They want perspectives. I know they want housing, they want healthcare, and these are all normally human rights which every one of us is entitled for. So in this direction, I would propose in 3 weeks, then Sunday, 9 o'clock and 7 o'clock PM our time. And we can try to win some more people. And or if anyone has other topics, you can present it now that we speak about and put it in the agenda. Naturally, you can inform us about Fix the Country, how it continues in Ghana. Would be nice. Maybe also you from Algeria, you can speak about the current situation, that you have 5 or 10 minutes, and from Cameroon also. That on this way we exchange our ideas, and that we are all the problems we are all active for in our different countries. That we always speak about the new developments. This could be one point, and then hear this as a general orientation.
Human rights.
Human rights and UN Charter. No, these are really, if you read them, before I could not even believe that we have these documents where officially they have to stand for, because the West does the opposite. They do exactly the opposite of what is where they always speak about the Western values. There it is written, all conflicts have to be solved by peaceful means. This is international law. Wars are forbidden according to the UN Charter. All what they do is forbidden normally. But we don't have an international justice system that they are brought to court and are punished. It's very clear. So most people don't even know how good documents they had to agree after the Second World War, because they mobilized the people, even the common people in America. These people didn't want to go to war. So they explained them, you go for yourself, that we get a peaceful world with dignity for everyone. But after the war, when it's ended and they didn't need the soldiers anymore, they totally changed the policies. But this is very important that we understand it, under which conditions we got these good documents which we can use today. We can tell them, please, what you every day say with your Western value, do it. You are for democracy. Yeah, then don't support the dictators. You are for social basic human rights for everyone. Yeah, then don't take your money for wars and for weapons, please. Then let's organize programs, social programs, that we get our rights. So in this way, I think we can use it also to ask from the governments to do what they have to do according to international law.
Okay. Oh God, just very something very short. What Salah said in terms of putting pressure on the government, we are aware of that aspect. That's not only government but also the people, of course, organizing themselves. So actually, it's a two-side thing. It's the people coming together, organizing themselves. Of course, the government, because they are of power, and mostly they are the people who don't want things to change because they are profiting from the system. So I understand your point, actually. However, I think that you always have to do it two-sided. Whilst putting pressure on the government, make sure that on the other side, you organize and have enough capacity to be able to replace the status quo. So that's how it is.
I tell you one point. You know, in the Mediterranean, every day refugees are dying in the sea. But the majority of our people, they don't oppose. They say, these are other people, these are not we. So they don't care. I just read today about Australia. They take the refugee ships on the ocean and put them back on the ocean. It's clear they will die. But the two parties in Australia, they support it and the people vote for them. So we need also cultural revolution under the common people, that they understand these are human beings as we are. This nationalistic thinking, it's only important our race or our nation, independent how the others live. This have to be overcome. We have to understand we are one human family. We have to cooperate in this sense, which is the sense of all religions and normally also of humanism. But this we have to educate worldwide. And I can also tell you, we know we do it even in our own interest. If people are pushed to the corner, at the end it will come back to you. They will even might take violent things if they have no other means. So in your own interest, if you want peace, then and sustainable peace, you have everyone has to come to his rights or her rights. Though this is our task together, and it is not necessary that we get more and more chaos, how they do it today, because more and more people are really pushed in the corner worldwide. We see especially the young people in the global south, they have no perspectives because the rich takes the resources and they prevent them to organize their own economy, because they just think for their own people. No? So in this way, we have, Emmanuel is right, we need other leaders, but we need also other opinions in the majority of our societies. Is a basic. Even if one of us is leader, if I would be leader tomorrow in Germany and would tell them, please, we have to take refugees, they will vote me out immediately. If you, the people, or if you say we need justice for everyone, social justice, but the rich are so strong to give opinions to the people. They will say, please, no, we don't want it. It costs our money. Why everyone needs healthcare? Yeah, it is our tax money. I don't want it. So we need a cultural revolution also under the common people. And yeah, okay.
Wolfgang, it's almost 2 hours. Yeah. Or you can finish your point.
It's finished, Emmanuel. Thank you. So it's okay. In 3 weeks, everyone knows the date. Someone, what is the date, Emmanuel? Did you see?
19th September.
19th September.
Yeah.
Good. 7 o'clock. Yeah. We can, also then everyone can speak maybe 5 or 10 minutes about his or her country. Secondly, we bring this approach, how we can use the Universal Declaration of Human Rights and the UN Charter for our struggle. I think it are really very forceful how we can use them. Because it is really contradicting what they are doing, but they do it in the name of it. So you have to see and educate the people about it. Is okay?
Okay.
Good. Then have a nice evening. Thank you everyone for joining. I think Benjamin, was it interesting for you? Benjamin.
Hamid, thank you for your presentation. You are doing a great job.
Very strong. Very good.
Talk to you later. Salah, talk to you later. Call me when you have time.
Yes, sure.
Okay.
No, and we try to win more people, that it gets a dynamic thing as you do it in US. Good. Good evening.
Bye-bye.
Our countries.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Thank you, everyone. Bye.